all. I didn't hear a question.
I tried to string of innuendos.
Hi. My question is, if you could be someone else just for one day, who would it be and what would you do?
I think I'd probably be Donald Trump, and I'd resign. But not before issuing an executive order banishing myself to prison for the rest of my life.
You know who sounds like what? Well, somebody who sounds like Misha, at least the first syllable, who I would vote for president every time for the next how many years of my life, is Michelle Obama. So Trump's out of office, and now I get to be anybody for a day.
In this post-Trump scenario.
You know what? I mean, there are many funny answers. I think an honest answer, just for me going like, I wonder what kind of life this is. I would love to be Paul McCartney. I feel like Paul McCartney more than anybody who's living. You know, we've lost Elvis, we've lost Prince, Aerosmith was a bit after. I feel like Paul McCartney had such a front row seat for a lot of the changing of our society. Frankly, you know, the invasion, British invasion was like the late 60s. I just feel like he's probably seen so many crazy things. And he seems like a really amazing man, so I'd say McCartney. Yeah.
Thank you.
What about you? What's your answer? What's your answer?
Genevieve Padalecki.
It so sucks that he got to ask that question. What are the chances? That's not fair.
We have it planned.
Hi.
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 Just wanted to say thank you for everything you have given us throughout these 12 years. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. How old were you when you started watching the show?
I started in 2006. I'm 22 now. I don't feel like doing the math, so...
Yeah, it was 10. You were 10.
Thank you.
Amazing. Wow.
Anyway, going into season 13, if you had to write part of the welfare, what would you want with the alternate world that you have created? Because it opened up massive possibilities. What would you like to see, some wishes, etc.?
I mean, speaking for myself and for Castiel, I love the idea that we...
He's dead. Yeah. So...
Are you... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't hear that.
Scooby-Doo rocks.
So I guess you can answer, because somebody
screwed up. I like the idea that there's an alternate universe version of Castiel that we get to meet who hasn't met Sam and Dean yet, and that in the...
Are you still Jimmy Novak, or are you Castiel?
Am I still...
Jimmy Novak? What was your
I thought you said Jane Novak. It's a different version. So Castiel doesn't know the boys. He still occupies the same vessel, but he is... he meets them, and they try to... He or Sam and Dean try to explain, like, we know you in an alternate universe, you know, we're a team, but in this alternate universe, Cass looks exactly the same, but he's 8 inches taller.
Where do you want to be taller? What part of
I like, I agree with Cass, or whatever his name is.
Did you just call me Cass?
I did.
Sweet, man.
Sweet. What's your real name?
I feel like we've gotten really close.
Our first AD, Kevin Parks, still calls me Jensen on occasion. He's been with us for like 12 years. He's like, Jensen, Jared, whatever your name is. I'm like, Kevin, dude, 12 years, 12 years. So I truly, truly, truly love the idea, and it's possible now, for those who've seen the finale, you kind of know, who hasn't seen the finale?
Okay, get out of this room. Get out.
Close your ears, but now that we know that there are alternate realities in this new crazy world, I would love an episode where we can bring people back. I was flying from LA, so after Australia, I flew from LA to Austin, and I got on board, and I've just flown for like 15 hours. No hugs. I just flown from like Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to LAX, and I get on this flight at like clearing customs, get on the flight LAX to Austin, and I get on, and I hear like, Jared! And I look over, and it's Felicia. So there we go. Sitting there with her kid, her mom lives in Austin, so she's going to visit her mom. But I was like, hey, I miss you, I love you, like, congratulations.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie! You're alive!
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and please keep on going.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
So I have a question about finale, but another death story, guys, spoiler. Before that, beautiful performances in finale, and Misha, brilliant performance.
Thank you for singling me out there. Yeah.
Thank you, Jared, for at least giving us.
For trying.
For doing your best. Yeah, thank you.
So we are pretty happy, so knowing that Cass will be back, because
no one said that.
well, at least Misha will be back.
Alternate
well, I'm
reality.
keeping my hopes alive, so.
Okay, that's fine.
So my question.
Sorry.
My question is about Cowley's death and now.
Yay!
Know your audience, dude.
So Cowley is dead, and we don't know whether Mark will be back or not, and how the death will affect the boys, and how does, if Mark isn't back, how does that affect you guys? Because we know that he's part of the family and he's a wonderful friend as well. So.
I mean, I think that, you know, none of us have any certainty about what's coming down the pipe at this point. I think that we know that they're, right? Is that coming down the pipe? We don't want to say that? Sorry. What's coming through the tunnel? Help me? Throw me a lifeline here. See, I don't want to be the Jared of this transaction, right?
That's why I'm saying silence.
I think that there is a lot of stuff that is still to be determined. So,
Yes.
And I think everybody knows with certainty that nothing is certain in the supernatural universe. So you just have to. What's that?
I said, how's that for a paradox? Yeah, so honest to God, there's been one episode that's written for next season, and it's an alternate universe. Obviously, Scooby-Doo, which is so cool. But beyond that, like they haven't gone back to work yet. The writers have not. They go back to work, I think, next week, as a matter of fact. So we really don't know what's happening. We really, really don't know. And we'll find out. It's always, so Mark Pedowitz, who's amazing, who's the head of our network in the States, he's a big fan of Supernatural. He loves it. He watches the episodes. He'll mention scenes and stuff, and you're like, this guy has a lot more important things to do than watch Supernatural. And he still does. He's a huge supporter, and one of the main reasons we're still on TV. But he was talking about the episode Death's Door, where Bobby dies, and he was like, listen, it guts me that Bobby Singer is dying. It tears me up, but it's really good television. And so we don't know who's dead, who's alive. Supernatural, anything can happen. So one of the things that I learned, or kind of convinced myself to believe, was that I didn't have any idea what the writers were going to do. It's kind of funny, because for me, as Jared, reality me, I sort of like not knowing what's coming. It seems to put me in a position similar. What's about to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in the next season of Supernatural. But it kind of puts me in a similar situation to Sam and Dean and Cass. We're like, we don't know the future. We can presume, we can assume, we can make educated guesses, but we don't really know what's happening. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're asking the question together. I just wanted to say that.
I want you each to do one word at a time.
Yes, we actually planned that.
Do it.
No, we didn't.
Do it!
Okay, so we wanted to ask about the mixtape that Dean gave us, and we...
That's your line!
We wanted to know...
That was 2 words!
Know what songs Dean would put on there.
That
Is
a
great.
question.
Obviously,
You
know
sloth. Sloths
are
very
good
at
ribbing
things
like
trees.
as
President
of
the
United
States
I
declare
that
Rome
would
enjoy
a
new
mix
of
music. So,
Progeny. So, comma, progeny
of
my
Dean
shall
always
jerk
around
with.
mixtapes.
That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beat. Beat.
That. I'm thinking it.
Beat.
That's rude. Beat it? You can't say that to people. Then I thought beat off. You can't say that. Chill on you.
Beatniks. I love that I said beat. They all yelled that, and he went, huh? Beat. Hello.
Hi. I probably can't be that because I'm not two people, but
How dare you say that? Yes, you are.
what about three?
You better.
Sweet.
Okay, so this is probably one of the weirdest questions I've ever asked, but
Great.
friends of mine have been discussing whether you, Misha, smell like cinnamon or like watermelon, and I want to know the truth.
Somebody got a kick out of that. I can now say
Cinnamon up top, watermelon down.